Very disappointed in the loss, in the way we performed. You know, we need to get to work. We need to coach better. We need to play better. You know, we've got to put him in a better position schematically to win games, and psychologically we've got to get him to play better and just get over the hump and learn how to win and play the right kind of football. We're looking forward to getting going this week, getting back on the practice field today, and preparing for Miami. So there's enough blame to go around with everybody, and there's a lot of work to do. So just anxious to get back on the field and get going.
Coach, it's all about how you started. You alluded to the fact that you was a little disappointed in the fact that there wasn't as much excitement as you would like to see.
Yeah, you know, just trying to find a balance there. Just trying to, you know, see who we are, what we can do, you know, what we can do schematically on both sides of the ball, and again, just seeing where we're at psychologically, seeing you know what we're made of, and playing the game the right way.
Mark, at least on the depth chart, Max is listed first. Is he going to start this week?
Yes.
What did you see that you liked from him that kind of put him ahead?
Well, there's a lot of things. I mean, you know, we can't, you know, just because we're naming Max, we're not putting that loss on Jalen whatsoever. There's an awful lot of people that could do things better, starting with me. So Max, you know, he came in there and did some good things, and Jalen did some good things as well, just like we thought he would. There were some critical errors, you know, from both quarterbacks. So we need to improve at that position. We just feel like Max gives us the best opportunity this week.
Mark, any kind of injury update you can provide?
No, there's really nothing. You know, we got some bumps and some bruises. I was just getting some updates. Kyle Buddy's the only one that's out. He'll be out for the year. He's our backup snapper. So he got injured. He'll be out. He's going to require surgery.
Coach, when you did look at the film, what did you like the best? What did you think who did the best play?
Well, I think we ran the ball well. You know, just like we figured we would. You know, at times, you know, we have some opportunity to run the ball, and I thought Jalen ran the ball well when we had some design quarterback runs. But I thought Ray did some good things, and the line did some good things at times. I think Ray will see as we watch the film that we even left some yards out there. I thought that was good. You know, we didn't play very good defense the whole game, really. But, you know, we had a few stops here and there. And, you know, we had a chance to get 3 fumbles, you know, and the penalty brought 1 back. I thought that, as poorly as we were playing, it gave us an opportunity at one point to take the lead, which would have been nice. So our guys hung in there, you know, our attitude's right. We just got to find some answers.
Coach, what did you learn as a head coach after being in your first game?
Well, I don't know if there's any one thing. There was just handling the whole situation. You know, the first time going through that, everything from the coin toss to, you know, captains to just the whole organization and managing the game was a little bit different for me. I'm used to obviously just coaching the defense and going over and making those adjustments in between series, and so just managing the whole game. So.
You guys have obviously wanted to get some improvement at linebacker. It looks like Trayvon has moved to #1 at the weak side. What thinking there? What can he do for you there? And
yeah, we just have to play him. You know, we have to get him on the field. You know, I just feel like we have not been playing winning football at linebacker. Yeah, we need to improve.
Zadarius and Avery both spoke about how you need to improve in gap responsibility. What do you do in practice to ensure that?
Just keep on working. You know, just get back to fundamentals. You know, that's what, I believe I said this the other day after the game, but that's one of the things I'm most disappointed in is the things that we should have played better than we did. The things that we were in position to play better, and it just didn't do it. So, got to go back to work, and it starts with fundamentals.
Mark, where in relation to what you thought you had with this team is what you saw on Saturday night?
It's hard to answer. You know me, I'm not one to sit here and throw anybody under the bus. You know, we need to, I said it from the very beginning, it's our job to put him in a position to be successful. That's still our job. And, you know, players have responsibility, sure. And, you know, the big thing for me is just finding the right chemistry, you know, and psychologically getting them ready to play, getting them over the hump. You know, I saw some wide eyes out there on Saturday, and we got to get over that. We got to cut it loose and play.
Mark, when you look, you talked about the other night after the game about first and second down, the way they were able to get yards against you. When you look at the video, especially the defensive line, what did you see there?
I saw some people going back to some poor habits, and you know, I should have done a better job of forcing them that, because when things go bad, players just want to go back out there and just try to make plays. That's never a good thing. You know, when things go bad, you go back to fundamentals and paying attention to the small details. And we lost sight of the details on both sides of the ball. And for that, I accept that responsibility, because you had a good idea that some of that was going to happen, and it did. And guys just kind of, they mean well, but that doesn't mean they're playing well. You know, you can't just get out there and start doing your own thing and run under blocks and so on and so forth.
So you're talking about team concepts?
Team concept, everybody on the same page, and in the small details, we got to do a much better job.
You've been through a lot of these rebuilding things before. How do you deal with the psychology of it? How do you get them past this first inning and remind them that there's more?
I think the first thing is we all have to accept the reality of what it is, you know, and accept that and embrace it. It is what it is, you know, and I'm not discouraged. You know, I'm anxious to get back out there today, and I know the team will, and that's just it. You know, there's no easy formula, you know, and there's no easy switch. There's no magical scheme on either side of the ball that we can do overnight. You know, we just got to get back to work and handle it with the right attitude and embrace it and get better.
What should make it Cody Quinn not being on the depth chart at all?
Well, we're trying to get him healthy. You know, we put him back out there last week, and we thought he was going to be able to go. He had a minor setback. He's close again, but I don't know where he's at. Right now, he's not able to practice full go.
Mark, what was your assessment of your secondary play?
Not good enough. No, we need to improve. Again, it's a team loss. We're all in this together, but we did not play good enough in a lot of positions. But we played poorly in the secondary.
You talk so much about
I was very disappointed with position on the football. You know, and that's what I talked about going into the game, and our awareness on some things is very poor.
You talk so much about the psychology here today and sort of getting those guys mentally over the hump. How much do they need to go out this weekend and experience some success and just feel like, you know, they can do some things well?
Yeah, I think it is important. And, you know, I said that going into last week. I know how important the first game was, and I understand the momentum that we had and have, and I understand, you know, it's a quick trip, and people are going to jump off that bandwagon quick, you know, so that's all right. You know, we're not worried about all that. We're worried about getting better. Win or lose. Said that to the team. Win or lose. Back to work on Sunday. We know we have to improve. Whether we won that game or lost it, sure we wanted to win. We put a lot into it to win. We just didn't do it good enough at any level. And it's back to work today.
Mark, does Joe Mansour have the kind of personality where you're not worried about his confidence after the way that game ended for him with the extra point and then the onside kick going so bad?
I'm sorry, can you tell me how you phrase that again?
Is Joe Mansour's confidence, is he the kind of personality you're not worried about that kind of thing carrying over into the next week?
I can't say that I'm not worried about it. Yeah. I saw what you saw. So.
What about on offense? I mean, talk about playmakers. Timmons did have a long run before he fumbled. Raymond had a long run. Jalen had a long run. Do you feel like there is some potential there to have some big play guys on offense?
Yeah, I thought we did a nice job of creating some explosive plays. You know, and some guys that we thought could do it. I think, you know, we'll get more as we go. I think, you know, Javis is a guy that can create some big plays. Timmons, just like we thought with Jalen and Raymond, like you said, and there's some others. So we expect some more guys to step up. You know, Alex Montgomery didn't play as much as we had planned. He was sick as a dog all of a sudden last week when we left, and he was very, very, very sick. So he came back with our people worked extremely hard to get him on the field, but he was not up to full strength.
Well, Jalen plays.
So I'd like to have seen him go a little bit too.
Do you have a plan yet for will Jalen play, or is it sort of the reverse of last week? Or?
Yeah, I'd like to, yes. I think Jalen has deserved an opportunity to play, but again, if Max is going out there and rolling, things are going good, then we'll stay with Max. You know, but yes, we want Jalen to play, and we believe he could bring some diversity to our package and make some people prepare for some different things with his skill set. So yes, we will always have him ready to go.
Mark, after the game, one of your players talked about how the team, or that he was at least overconfident, not focused enough going into the game.
Pardon me?
One of your players said he thought he was at least overconfident and not focused enough going into the game. That surprised you, disappoint you?
That's yes. That's for sure. That very much does, and that's, you know, that's that fine line. You know, buying in, believing, doing everything. You know, that's not fake. I mean, we know where we're at. You know, and again, I'm not going to sit here and say bad things about our players. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going to take the responsibility and put them in a position to win. But we have a long way to go. And anybody that doesn't understand that has got some issues that we need to sit down and talk about.
Mark, you referred to this earlier. When we broke the video down, what was the problem in essentially stopping the run, and how surprised were you given all the experience you had?
I was very disappointed, and I can't put it all on any one person or any one group. Anytime people are getting big chunks on first, second down like they're doing, then that's poor team defense. And it was at all levels. It was D linemen trying to do too much, and it was poor pursuit by the second level at the linebacker position on things that we worked extremely hard at. And then it was poor position and poor reaction from the secondary in certain situations. So it was everybody.
Mark, after you looked at the film, did anybody or any group play better than you thought watching it live?
No, I think we need to drastically improve at all positions. I really do. There was too many instances where we just kind of rat trapped back to very poor habits, and that was discouraging because we worked extremely hard on the details, and we didn't do that. You know, and that's where we need to improve, and that's where I need to improve and get the team to improve is not to flinch. Bad things are going to happen. You know, that's not the worst thing that's going to happen to us all year. You know, there's going to be bad things happen. You have to overcome them, and you have to deal with it, and you know, we have to get better.
You walked back to the locker room with Mitch. What did he say to you after that first game?
Just supportive. You know, he and I know the reality of the situation, and we know there's a lot to do. And I appreciate the support, but you know, nobody puts more pressure on anybody than myself and the staff. You know, so you know, again, we're disappointed. You know, we know we could have done things better, and we plan on doing that, and excited to get back to work. That's the nice thing about us as coaches and our team. We don't have a whole lot of time to dwell on things or to celebrate, you know, so it's back to work.
Mark, there's the old coaching thing about that team shows the most improvement from his first to his second week. Do you buy into that?
I thought about that, saying, that's for sure. And I really did, you know, I did. I thought about that because I do anticipate that, I really do. I feel like, I think we're all disappointed because we know we could have done better. And so that's where we're looking to make that improvement this week.
Miami gave up 5 passing touchdowns against Marshall last Saturday, and with the way that Max was helping you move the ball through the air late in the game, does it give you some hope that that's a favorable matchup for your offense against their defense?
It does, And, you know, the big thing though, and we've talked about this before, every week, you know and I know, we're gonna do whatever it takes to win the game and prepare to win the game. With that being said, you have to build on who you are, you know, and that's where us as a staff are still doing the best we can to put our players in a position to win, to move the ball, to stop people on defense, and I think that's the quandary that you get into as a play caller sometimes. What can you do? What can you handle? And, you know, Neil has full autonomy to do what he needs to do to move the ball. And so I have, you know, tremendous trust and confidence in the whole offensive staff to find that balance, to do what we need to do to win this game and to build on our future.
How do you think DJ did following the defense, communicating, things like that in his first game?
He did good. He did good. I mean, I'm not, you know, I know everything that he's doing, and you know, I accept responsibility for that defensive side of the ball as well. So we need to do a better job. But he handled it well. We just we need to do better.
Last time you gave up 487 yards, exactly the same number was your second game at Florida State against your brother. Do you take some solace in knowing that it can be that ugly?
Is that
and
right?
it can get that much better?
Is that right?